Peace and welcome to another video. I'm here to remind you to decenter your phone and not other humans. So there has been a lot of talk about decentering men, decentering women, just decentering other people from the forefront of your life. And that's no problem, because we do need to focus on ourselves. We need to focus on what can amplify the love within us. But in order to amplify the love within us, that doesn't mean that we have to actively negate or hate on another point of view, perspective, or human. We can meet each other with compassion. What we really should be recentering is traits and aspects of this life that are intangible but are truly felt on a soul level. So recentering presence, devotion, discipline, observation, existing, love, empathy, over comparison, and jealousy. So our phone is a tool. It doesn't have to consume us. A tool is a tunnel to where we aren't at a certain point and where we want to be. We use a tool. That's why our phone can be a very useful tool. If you want to call someone far away, you can use your phone as a tool to call them. You can use your phone as a tool to write in your notes app for something for later, or to strategize on Notion. Whatever you do, check emails and share and create. You can use your phone to do that, which is beautiful. However, when you are on the anti of that and you are using your phone to consume and to be immersed in where it disconnects you from your body, that's where the repetitive issue comes in. Anything that anything that disconnects you from your body is disconnecting you from observing. Anything that disconnects you from your body is disconnecting you from the act of observation. And observation is where we hold one of our highest powers, when we're able to observe ourselves. So in the act of content creation, right? This is a nuanced way to observe ourselves, to see how we are communicating, to see and confront things that are not always feeling like they're the best, but they're necessary. So our shadows of being seen, being perceived, the insecurities of like people pleasing and wanting to show up perfectly, but there's really no perfection. There's imperfection that's always evolving. And with that, when we are always evolving, from moment to moment, from year to year, month to month, day to day, then we can give ourselves grace and recenter ourselves to be able to observe our own cycles. But if we're always in our phone, we're always consumed by other people's lives, what other people are doing, what other people are sharing, what other people are selling, what other people are thinking, it's not helpful, because our mind will get fatigued by having too much thoughts, too much information. And that's why we feel a lot of fatigue. We can feel like just bogged down and not feeling as good and clear. And our channel, our energy vessel, thrives on being clear, thrives on being open, expansive, abundant, because that is our natural state. So anything that constricts us, anything that pulls us in, should not be there for too long. Yes, we've come to experience it, but for long periods of time, it's not good for us on a soul level. So recentering presence is deeper than not being on your phone, but it's more so why investigating within your own self, investigating why you are running to your phone in the first place. So what I've noticed is that when I'm wanting to scroll and just be in the algorithm and wanting to continue to feed into this and go down that rabbit hole, usually I'm not trying to feel a feeling that is uncomfortable. I'm not trying to think about something that is occurring around me. And 3, I'm trying to distract myself. Either way, I'm trying to get away from myself, getting away from the feeling or emotion that is present within me instead of allowing it to move through. So you may seen Street Sweeper out there. So you may have seen some of my shorts and TikToks about observation and the importance of observation and observing our emotions instead of absorbing them. So when we're not observing our emotions, then the only other choice is having them being absorbed. And absorbing them unconsciously in an unconscious state will then lead to wounds that can be poked and triggered by the world around us. And that's really not what we want, even though we could stay in that mode often, that loop of not feeling the emotion, pushing it down, trigger. Not feeling the emotion, pushing it down, trigger. Not feeling the emotion, pushing it down, trigger. And that cycle doesn't have to be what we experience. It doesn't have to be us. So when you decenter your phone, you will find loops in your consciousness that you're continuously going to. You will find how you may be over compliant, over reliant on your phone for safety, security, and sustenance, when your phone is to be used as a tool, and that is it. That is it, because you are the power. You are the operant power. The phone has no inherent power. The algorithms have no inherent power without you. Without you. So why are you negating the fact that you are what needs to exist in order for all these other things to be relevant and to exist as well? And so when we decenter our phone, we give our power, we hand our power back over to us. Quite literally. And decentering this phone helps declutter our mind. Our mind is cluttered with way too many thoughts that are either unnecessary, they don't really need to exist per se. It's like, yes, I love the cat videos, I love dancing videos, they're hilarious, but after 100, after 10, after 50, after 1,000, if that's the case, then it becomes useless. It becomes useless. And that's how anything can become an addiction, whenever it is pulling you away from seeing yourself and feeling yourself, feeling your emotions. So recenter presence. That doesn't mean that you have to be in meditation for hours and hours. That's actually not the whole point, especially if we want to experience fully this earth realm and interdependence, interpersonal relationships. We can't be meditating all the time, but we could be present most of the time, if not all the time, during the times that we're interacting with our work, with another human, with our own creative flow process. So I notice that there's a lot of people who say decenter, but they never talk about what to recenter. Recenter self, the highest pinnacle point of you. And you can do that through presence, through observation, through embodiment, actually feeling the uncomfortable emotion that you're trying to run from. So it doesn't have a hold on you, and it doesn't turn into something that can be triggered by another human. Because then now you've created more energy leaks where someone else can come in and have input and have power over you, perceived power over you. Because regardless, you are sovereign, but in certain moments, you may be giving your power away. And by giving your power to your phone and centering that, you're giving your power away. So it's not to say don't be on your phone. Don't scroll. No, but be mindful. What are you scrolling? Have you curated your algorithm? Because you are the greatest algorithm. You are the greatest AI. You are the most interesting aspect of your entire existence in life. And when you're looking at another human, please know that they are the most interesting aspect of their entire lives. That's what makes relationships so interesting, and they can be so fun and very mirroring. That's going to be for another video. But sit with the fact that there's other aspects of yourself that you should recenter, to know thyself, to access that inner divinity, to access deeper levels of existing with love. Recenter. Recenter your presence in any given moment. You always have your breath to come to. Recenter your devotion. What are you being devoted to? Recenter your discipline. What are you saying that you want to do, but not actively doing it, and you need to close the gap? Start there. Recenter your observation. Mindfully observing yourself first, because then you can actively observe others in a God's eye view type of way. And recenter existing. You're here to exist, not to consume. Consuming is only for us to get physical energy. We consume food, but it's only to a certain point. Overconsumption leads to separation, distortion, and deeper elusive states. We don't need that. You don't need that. That's not going to get you to where you want to go. And where you want to go is most likely your truest state. Peace, love, being, embodiment, joy, sovereignty. And those are found in presence. Recenter your highest self. Recenter source. Recenter your breath. Let's breathe together 3 times before we close out. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. Last one, inhaling and exhaling. I'll say till the next one.
I honor God when I honor me. I honor God when I honor you. You honor God when you honor me. If you don't honor God, how could you honor me? Honor me.